This conference will now be recorded.
So Parker was supposed to tell me to record it, but she did not do what she's supposed to do. Remind me to record it. Okay. So once again, when we make these journal entries, so thanks for that reminder. Just always remind me if I'm not. If it's a debit in the T account, it's going to be a debit when you post. I mean, if it's a debit in the journal entry, it's going on the debit side of the T account. If it's on the credit, it's going on the credit side. So we're going to go to this account and we're going to debit inventory for 10,000, 20,000, wait a minute, and we're going to credit cash for 20,000. Let's move on to our next journal entry. So see, we're going through journal entries again. We purchased inventory on account 40,000. So we're gonna do what? That's gonna be a type what? 12. So we're gonna debit inventory, and you should be working ahead of me. And we're going to credit what? What we're gonna credit?
Accounts payable,
Payable.
How much?
40,000.
40,000. All right, go post it. So go in here. Inventory gets a debit of 40,000, and accounts payable gets a credit of 40,000. Let's move on to the next journal entry. Borrow 20,000 from the bank. So let's make this entry. This is a type what? 5, correct?
A type 5.
So we're going to debit cash, credit should be a short-term note payable. What was our amount that we borrowed? 20,000. But you can see if you don't make the journal entry right, you can't post it. So that's why we spent that time on journal entries. So you'd have no excuses in terms of coming to this stuff, which is just very procedural. About 20,000. So and the accounts change as you work your problem, you change the account. The next one, paid dividends in the amount of 10,000. What's our type?
10.
Type 10. We're gonna debit dividends, credit cash. And that was 10,000, correct? Y'all have this posted? So you should have put a credit in here for cash for 10,000. Then you should have gone down to dividends and put in a debit. So I got the accounts in here for you in the order that they are in the chart of accounts. So we're reviewing that first quiz. So it should be submitted, of course, at this stage, 3:30. we're moving on. We once again, if you had trouble with journal entry, you still gonna have a lot of time to work with them. Purchase of land for 100,000, paying 25,000 down. You've seen this a number of times. So we're buying the land for what? 100,000, right? Pay cash down of 25,000. That's gonna be a type what? 7. Then we sign the note for the remainder. That's our type 12. So we're gonna credit note payable. $75,000. Whenever there's more than 2 accounts, the debits and credits still have to equal. So now we go into land. We don't have one. We just put one, stick it in here. I'll put this credit in here for cash. And that's going to be a long-term note for 75,000. So we're trying to see how much is in each account. How much cash do we have now? That's what we're trying to determine. Car loan revenue earned from corporate customers, 80,000. What's our type?
15.
So we're going to debit what? Account receivable. And we're going to credit sales. That was how much? 80,000? 80,000. Once again, you see the importance of journal entries. So we have a debit here for 80,000. And we're going to credit sales. So these accounts in the order that they are in that chart of accounts. Now, following one, we did what? We collected cash of 40,000. We collected cash of 40,000. So what's our journal entry going to be? What's our type?
3.
3. So
Oh,
we're
sorry,
going,
2.
What type is this?
3.
All right, this is a 3. So we're debiting cash. We're crediting what?
Accounts receivable.
That was 40,000. So now we're going to post that. And what's our credit going to go to? Account receivable 40,000. So now we've quickly posted every entry. How long does it take to post the entry? Not a minute, right? Does not take a minute. How much cash do we have? So what we're going to do, we're going to add up all of these debits. And if we add up all of these debits, how much do we have for cash?
80,000.
80,000. Now let's add up all the credits.
55,000.
So how much cash do we have?
$25,000.
5,000.
Thank you. So we're going to put that in red because we got to make sure everything is equal. So once it gets here in red, we'll go over to our trial balance and put that 25,000 on the debit side. Because it's on the debit side in that account. Now I don't want to see anybody putting 80 and 55,000 on that trial balance. Only one number comes on the trial balance, which is the difference between the debits and the credits. So when you do a trial balance, there's one number. And I'm gonna say it again for the second time. When you do a trial balance, there's one number by each account, and I'm gonna say it the third time. When you do a trial balance, there's only one number coming in here. We go to receivables. We got debits of 80 and credits of 40. So what's the balance in the receivables account?
40,000.
40,000.
What we're gonna do with that on the trial balance? We're gonna put 40,000 on the receivables. When there's a debit and a credit, we take the difference and we put it on the side of the larger. So the balance is on the side of the larger. We put it in that T account on that side and on the chart of account and on the trial balance. We next have inventory, which is how much?
60,000.
60,000. So we're gonna do the 60,000. We're gonna go to inventory. It's on the debit side. We're gonna put 60,000 here. So our next account, land. Land has 100,000. We only have one item in there. Put it in red so you have something. So that's 100,000. So we'll put 100,000 here, and we'll change this equipment to land. So there'll be different accounts based on the problem. Okay. Now we go to these liabilities, and they only have one entry. So we know that their balance is going to be 40,000, 20,000, and 75,000. Now they're on the credit side, so when we come to the trial balance, we have to put them on the credit side. 40, 20, and 75. What do we have next? Common stock. It's got 20,000 on the credit side. So its balance is going to be 20, and sales has 80,000. So since they're on the credit side in the balance, common stock 20,000, sales are going to be 80,000. And finally, did we have any expenses? We didn't have any expenses, did we? Okay. So we finished. So what's our job now? We got to add these accounts up and get the total. So when you work the problem,
We didn't do dividends.
did we miss dividends? Thank you. How much is dividends?
Yeah. 10,000
It's
on the debit side.
on the debit side. So when we add up the debits and we add up the credits, what do we come up with?
235 for the debit side.
What you got for the credit side?
155 for the credit side.
I see 80,000 already. Okay. So we leave something out? You said this is 155. Add them again. Add all of these numbers again for me.
Sorry, it was 235 for the credit side.
Thank you. 230. So we've completed now steps 3 and 4 in the counting cycle. In the counting cycle, we post everything to the ledger after making the journal entry. Debit side is on the debit side of the journal entry. Credit side, if it's on the credit side of the journal entry. Then we get these balances. And once we get these balances, we come to this trial balance and we make sure they balance. This is exam 1. Make the journal entry, post to the ledger, and get your trial balance. So this was problem 2. Homework for Tuesday is problem 3. Homework for Tuesday is problem 3. But you're gonna have it on my Excel spreadsheet.
Dr. Boyd, by problem 3, you mean the quiz exam number 3?
Yeah, quiz 3. That's your homework.
And that's due on Tuesday. We doing it during class Tuesday.
You got to have it done when you get to class. We'll be doing another one when you're in class.
Okay.
So I'm getting you to work on it. And if you're having issues, then you need to be on campus in the room. So let's go back to that first journal entry that we made when we posted with Excel. So how much cash was it? It was what, 20,000, correct? What you're gonna do is you're gonna go in this little box right here and put a 1 that tell you that's journal entry 1. You're gonna go to common stock, you're gonna put the 20,000. You're gonna put a 1 in this little box here, because that's telling you that those postings relate to journal entry 1. So you go into the Excel spreadsheets, and of course we can auto sum and everything. So we will be on the Excel spreadsheet when you submit your homework. I want it on the Excel spreadsheet, and when you submit your homework, I want them in order. And finally, I want those journal entry numbers in there also. And that's going to help you, you know, when you're trying to get your trial balance if there's an issue or problem. So everybody's been asking about those 40 journal entries and what I want. Well, probably in the next 2 weeks, when you have your first exam, your study problem will be those first 40 journal entries. You're going to make all 40 of those journal entries. You're going to post them to the T accounts and give me a trial balance. So you can already be working. You have to make all 40 journal entries. We've made most of them. You got to post them to the ledger and give me a balanced trial balance after 40 journal entries. So that's your study problem. That'll be due in about 2 weeks' time. And you have an exam. So that's when I want the 40 journal entries, and that's by each person individually. Everybody has to make 40 journal entries, post them to the ledger, and do me a trial balance. So you can assume that that will be due in about 2 weeks. Okay, are there any questions? Are there any questions?
Yes, Dr. Boyd, can you repeat which quiz is due for homework? My connection keeps going out.
Okay, I will put it in assignments. We just did 2, so quiz 3 will be due.
Okay, thank you.
So thanks for alerting and everything. I'll put that in. So quiz 3 is due for homework. So you got to do this yourself. Then we might work 4 in class with me asking individuals to do these journal entries in 4. So are
I have
we
a
up?
question.
Yes, yes. Miss Harris.
The 40 journal entries, that's on the JHJ rentals
Yeah, that's the
thing.
first.
Okay.
That's the first 40. That's what you got to do now.
Okay, thank you.
All right. And for my A students, by midterm, you have to have all 80 of them done. So for the A students, you have to have all 80 of them done. So if you still being an A student by then, if you still an A student at midterm, then you have to do all 80 of those journal entries. Right, Devesh? But you will exempt the midterm. So the A students don't take the midterm. They do all the journal entries and complete that. Okay? You can always, I've got you categorized now. You can always change your category. You can go up or you can go back. If something look like it's too hard. So when there's an A exam, you get the full credit. B gets 80%, C gets 75%. And we don't have anything less than C in here. But if you want to be a student, just let me know. Now, some people don't have an option, the counting majors and folks who are doing well, you can't just say, I'm going to move back, you see. So if you made an A on that first quiz and you got an A today, then you are a student. You are a student for the duration, always working on a student work. Okay, you all have a good weekend. Stay safe, stay warm.
Professor,
I've
I have
got,
a question. Sorry to cut
yes,
you off. So in the assignment tab, I see there's like 4 assignments on there, but I know I only did 2. So the other ones were they due? Because I didn't hear you tell us that we had to do them. The JHJ rental assignments with I think all the 30 journal entries. Were they due already?
they're not due already. It's the 40. So it's in there where I gave you points based on the journal entries themselves. That's a separate thing. Some people wanted to submit them, so I put that in there, but that's not a key thing.
Okay, so just for now, just the quizzes was due. The 2 quizzes we had this
Yeah,
following week.
yeah, yeah. You had 2 quizzes. One is the one last time is bonus. That's above 100. It does not count against your 100 points. Those were bonus. The day you're
Okay,
in your 100 points.
okay, that's all I had. Thank you.
Okay. So
Professor, I
you
have a
have
question too.
yes. Go
No,
ahead.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I'm sorry, my connection kept going out, but the T account master that you kept pulling up, where is
Hmm.
that? Is that located on Blackboard?
Correct. The
Okay, because I didn't see it.
On exam 1, you have it, and then you have it on that Excel spreadsheet.
I do have it on the Excel spreadsheet, but I guess because it's in a spreadsheet, it looked different from what you had pulled up. So
Well, what I
it's
do,
the second tab, T accounts.
correct. So I started off simple so
Okay,
everybody
okay, I have it then.
not looking at it. Okay.
Okay, I got you. Okay, thank you so much. Have a good weekend.
All right, you too. Everybody ready for the challenge? Ready, Miss Thomas? Ready, Donnell?
Yes, sir. I'm ready. Yes,
Well,
sir.
we gotta get these financial statements done. Ready, Miss Callahan?
Yes, I just want you to tell me where I stand because I don't know.
I tell, I said something to you. You're in the B category. Move it to A the
Oh,
way
I'm in
you
there.
today. You B, move it to
Thank
A. That's what we want. I want at least half the students to have A's and B's at a minimum. Really 60%. So I want 60% of the students at least to be A and B students. Okay.
So we have to tell you which type of student we want to be, or you just go off the grades.
I go off the grades too, but you can always say you want to go higher, attempt.
Okay.
But what I'm trying to do, I'm
Okay.
trying to, I don't want somebody to be, having zeros and all of that. So, that's where everybody can pass if they try.
Okay.
Well, you can
Understood.
see that C
Understood.
exam
Well, I
is
need an A.
need A. Well, starting on the
Hmm.
next time, you'll be on an A. You can't
Okay.
miss any more
Okay.
classes.
Appreciate it.
All right, no more missing class.
I was doing work and just it slipped my mind. So this month in and close for me. So it just slipped my mind. I apologize. But,
All right,
okay.
so I get the wrong impression of you when you miss class.
Okay. I understand. I
You
understand.
understand? Okay. All
Okay.
right.
All right.
Well,
Thank you.
you're welcome. So my goal is everybody going, if you come here and do the work, have your screen on, I'm planning on you passing, at least. And like I said, I want 60% A's and B's, which means everybody gonna work hard. Y'all have a good one. I got another class coming up. They jumping at the bits to sign in. So I'm gonna leave you all. And we'll see you on Tuesday.
Thank you.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.